We don't have those.
So first and foremost, I want to say to everyone behind me, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and without the men and women behind me, this wouldn't be possible right now. We all know what's going on in Erie County. I talked to Mark on the phone a couple times and text, and they got over 8 feet of snow. 8 feet. It's the worst storm they've had in 45 years. In their last 45 years, we know the other snowstorms they had, and it's hard for the men and women of the services out in Erie County, in the city, Buffalo, the surrounding areas, to continue to work around the clock. And the thing that is, breaking their heart the most is when they're clearing out cars, they're finding bodies in cars. They're up to 25 people that have perished from the storm. The medical examiner out in Erie County doesn't know how many more are related, so they do the autopsy to the storms, equivalent to the storm. But, from people, shoveling. I think your news outlets say this every winter. Be careful when you go out there and shovel. Be careful when you're out there, doing your snow blowing. It puts a lot of wear and tear on your heart. But what makes me so proud to be the county executive of this county, the men and women behind me, time and time again, step up. When it was Superstorm Sandy, whether it be COVID-19 or any emergency we have going on in this county, they're the first ones to volunteer. And the fact that, Christmas was just yesterday, some of the people behind me are on vacation, came off vacation to help out. Some are spending time with the family like everyone else wants to do around the holidays. And the call we got from the state and from Erie County, but I do want to say to Steve Aquario, the director of NYSAC, last week, 2 days before Christmas, Steve reached out to all the county executives and said, hey, look, you know what's going on, what's going to be available, let's get a list ready. So the governor calls, we're prepared. The governor calls. Mark has called. Byron Brown, the mayor, has called. And they need help. And they are looking at another potential storm coming in again. So to the 23 members of our DPW team that is leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning today to go out to Erie County, thank you. We're sending out 21 pieces of equipment, mostly large dump trucks to help haul snow. That's going to be the main focus. We got our maintenance vehicle to my left going out. It's going to go out with our maintenance people if they have to repair. But again, I do want to say to our DPW Commissioner, Mr. Mondo, thank you so much. Scott, thank you. Our Deputy Commissioner out here. My Deputy County Executive, Dan Lynch, is here with me. And again, it's not possible by partnering and coming together. And, whether it's in Albany County or Erie County, or if it's, in Clinton County, we're all one. We have to help each other out. And we're in a situation where we looked at the weather. We're going to be going down to skeleton crews here in the county, but we'll be able to protect our roadways here because they do such a great job here at DPW and help out Erie County because that's what it's about. I cannot say enough about the people behind me. I really can't. The fact that they're giving up their time from their families to go out and do this, they don't have to. This is strictly volunteer. We can't force anyone to go out there. The fact that they raised their hand and said we're here to help and we want to help says a lot about the character of this county. So I'm very appreciative towards that. But I do want to introduce Steve Aquario from NYSAC, who always kind of behind the scenes, but making sure us county executives are working together, and and the county chairs and everyone else. And Steve, please come on up and say a few words.
Well, just briefly, I want to thank County Executive Daniel McCoy, Commissioner Raimondo from Albany County DPW, the men and women of Albany County DPW. This is a state of emergency in Erie County, the farthest western county. The President of the United States has declared a state of emergency. The governor has declared a state of emergency. This is Christmas time. People are losing their lives. We've been through hell and back in COVID, and we learned a lot about mutual aid and mutual response and helping one another. And today, Albany County is demonstrating just that, helping the people of New York, helping the people of Western New York. Daniel McCoy, thank you for everything you're doing for the people of New York.
Thank you, Steve. And again, there's a lot of logistics that goes into this. To the members of the DPW team that came in to get the trucks ready, the plows hooked up, check the maintenance on the vehicles before they leave, that are staying behind to make sure that we're covered here. But to the members that came out the day after Christmas too, and that are willing to go, I do want to say this is not being overlooked by us. Thank you so much. But again, it's about working together. Governor calls, we're going to be there, and same thing with our partners out in Erie County. And my heart goes out to Mark Cohen, Parks and Byron Brown for what they're dealing with. There's been a lot of tragedy out in Erie County. Not to go through the history, but we can sit here and come together and show that we are strong as long as we're all together. So again, I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to my team, to Lisa, to you, Dan, for your leadership out here. Thank you so much. You want to say a few words?
I do.
Yes. She's usually shy. So
yeah, I am shy. I just want to thank all of the employees at DPW who have volunteered to come out and assist Buffalo with this major storm. I have to say I'm so proud to be leading up this department. Whenever anybody needs help, our guys come to the rescue, and just want to say thank you and assure you that we have enough staff, operators, and trucks that are here while they're away to be able to handle anything that comes up in the meantime. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. And again, I got to thank our partners, the EOC that's run by Sheriff Apple, the coordination are there. They got some equipment going out, snowmobiles, four-wheelers we're looking for. But again, to my deputy, Dan Lynch, thank you. To George Penn, Jeff Jameson in my office, Mary Rozak, who pulls us all together. So thank you, Mary. But I don't know if anyone has any questions at this point in time.
So, not to worry over some of the crews here.
No. You know what? Can you raise your hands, the ones that went out there before, please? So no, we do have a seasoned group, unfortunately, that experience this, and we're going to go through it again, that will have the experience and leadership to help the newer ones going out.
Any idea how long you expect them to be there?
3 days. It's going to be a 3-day deployment, possibly longer, depending how they need us as we go forward. Yes.
So you mentioned that you're preparing for the possible next storm and maybe coming in. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So it's a storm out in Erie County they're looking at in the next couple of days. Obviously, I'm responsible for Albany County, so I have to make sure that when they leave that we're covered, because that's the last thing. I don't want to be standing in front of your cameras saying we weren't prepared, but we are. So our weather's looking good. As a matter of fact, it's going to warm up at the end of the week, I believe, so we're okay. We're going to be okay. Now, unless unforeseen storm hits us, we're good to go.
So you talked about how a lot of these people, this is like volunteer work, they're not forced to work. What does it mean to you to have this many people come together at a time like this during a storm where a lot of people need this kind of help after the holidays?
It makes me feel humble, to be county executive of such a great county, that the workforce, and you've got to always try to find a positive out of a negative situation. I don't care what it is, or you go nuts if you just focus on the negativity. And when we're going through COVID again, the workforce, people got to see in Albany County. Albany County is like, when you say Albany County government, a lot of people have no idea what we do day in, day out. No one knew what county government really was there for. You know your city, your mayors, your supervisors, your local elected officials, but you don't really realize the work that's done day in, day out. So to have them highlighted, like I said, they volunteered during COVID to go check on people, knock on doors. We didn't ask them. They stepped right up. Ed from the Union CSCA stepped right up and said, hey, we want to volunteer and be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So it means a lot. It really does.
I don't know if we're able to do this now, but is there some way one of the volunteers are willing to talk about, why you decided to step up?
That's what
I didn't hear what you said.
She wanted to know if anyone wanted to step up and explain why they volunteered and why they wanted to volunteer.
Everybody here that works for the DPW, we all realize we have a job to do. We understand when we're employed here that our job is to keep the roads safe, maintain the roads, and basically keep it safe for the public. And by deploying the employees, we're helping another area, make their roads safe and passable, mainly for EMS, for the health and safety of the public. So that's what we do. That's what our job is, and we're proud of it.
Can you get your name?
That's Pizzigaty.
You have to spell it.
P is in Peter, I-Z-Z-I-G-A-T-I. Pizzigaty.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you for coming out here, and again, thank you for what you're doing. You really deserve it.